Okay, got one of the 12 by 12s today, and I've done the little Rolodex cards this week out of some watercolour paint and everything, so you most probably see that video before this one. I'm going to carry on with this because I'm going to sponge the back of these. So if you haven't seen the first one, I've used household paint, so it'll be nice to see how the watercolour paint reacts with this. So I've just cut it in half for now because I'm going to I've got this die set, okay, and what gave me the idea was what was behind it here. Yeah, so I'm going to create something to go in my journal, like a tag or something, and I'll just do half of the 6x6 as a background. Yeah, because I haven't got much left, but I think it'll be enough for what we want to do. So I'll have to reactivate the watercolors. Might need to put a tiny bit more in, so we shall see. Okay, which I will, I think. And I used saffron orange, pear green, and Verdian green. Verdian. And so I always put what I've been using in a bag, separate it from all the others, or because I like to put it away, but knowing me, I'll need them again, and then I have to search through everything. So I usually leave them in a bag until my next project. I think I'll start off with the lightest colour. I'm hoping there's nothing on here too much. Oh, there is. Oh well. And again, as saying, this is quite an expensive way to use watercolours, but like I said, I've got loads. I'll just have a look at that colour. Actually, it's okay. I don't mind that. So there we go. Let's spray water because I want it running around. I haven't totally covered here either, so you know, just see what happens. So let's dab that in. The colour is fine, so even with my contamination. Okay. I don't mind contaminating this with that because again, it's fine. Yeah, you should have a clean brush for each one, really. And then people ask me what colours I use, and I go, wow, here lies a story. This is what happens to me. I'll put a bit more into that in. Even though I don't need any. I've got enough on there. So. It's quite nice if you move the sponge around as well, so you get a bit of a different print. Okay. And I'm going to dry that, and then that one's going to go on the top as the next layer. Okay, right, that's dry. So this one, I'm going to wet sponge, okay, and because I want this more sort of over it, if you know what I mean. I might even do a bit of a wash It's a bit hard to do that when you've used watercolours. It's better to do that with acrylics because they don't bleed like watercolours. But let's see how it goes. Bit of that green on top. Okay, that's fine because I don't want to cover it totally. I think we're all right. Okay, I think we shall see. Right, I'll dry that. Right, that's drying, so we'll get on with this one. And I'm going to use a bit of coffee in here. Like that. But then I'm just going to sort of add a bit, if you know what I mean, especially where the words are there. Sort of add that up a little bit. Just a bit. I don't know where the design is going to be yet, so okay, so I dried them off and cut them down. Okay, that'll be for like a skinny something or other. Yeah, right. I've cut them mainly a few 3 1/4 by 6. So usually the length or the height, I should say, is always 6. And you know, we cut these in half anyway, and it was a 12 by 12. These are looking quite bright to me, and I'm not sure about, but they may be okay with either that behind, that in front rather, or just normal coffee stained with the holes in. Okay, so I shall sort of check it out later to see which ones we like. But as it is, I just cut them all down ready. Okay, and again, this is the die that I'm using. It's 664431. So a bit of washi tape really. This side. So if I do a plain one, yeah, we can do that. I'll do a bigger one on there. I think. Like that. Got to go that way. And then I've got a magnetic plate, so I don't need to stick them down, but that's the sort of thing I would do. Then the skinny one, which I haven't, which is this one, say, I am going to do one like that. I'll do the smaller ones. Like that. Okay, now I would sort of space them out quite evenly. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and cut quite a few out like that, but I won't cut them out of the real bright ones. Because I'm hoping that if we put that on top of the bright ones, then you're only going to see a bit of the background. So I just, at the moment, I'm looking at that and I'm thinking it's too bright for me, but we shall see what happens in a minute. And again, I'll do a few plain and a few like this, and then even that might look nice behind one of these as well. So I'll just go and cut a few out. Okay, and where I go from there. I think we're all right. Okay, I thought that, I was looking at that and I thought, oh my gosh, that's so bright, you know, but behind that, that really tones it down. Yeah, and I really like that. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to stitch around mine. I might stitch around here. Okay, I'm going to stitch all the way around there. One of them I might draw around, just so in case you don't sew. This one is the other background that we've done the other side. Yeah, which I think, okay, that's cool too. So I'm going to do that. So I've got one more like this. Did I put another one in there? No, I didn't. Okay, so that's going to be a skinny one. I'll just cut that down. Yeah, and I could do another one of those, but that one's quite nice too. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to, how many bright ones? I haven't got any bright ones left. 1, 2, 3. No, that'll be a skinny one. And then I've got this. That would work. Just seeing what I've got left. I've got that bit and that bit, just for maybe a tall tag. Okay, right. I'll just go and stitch around all those and get them done, and I'll be back. But I'm really liking those. They are nice. I won't use them all in the same journal. I just keep some back for other journals. That's what I do. Right, just thought I better show you how I stick them down. Okay, I use prick stick because I am sewing, all right, but this will just go, you know, over these bits here without the lumps. And I'll just glue that a bit. Let's get rid of that. So that's what I do. So I'll do that with all of them. Okay, so stitched all around them. Okay, I backed a couple of them, not many. I just inked up because I actually quite like the way that was looking. Nothing wrong with that. And I'm really pleased with them now. I'm just going to do a bit more stamping. I did stamp down here. And then I thought I would stamp in between here as well. With this one, I think. I'll do that. Oh, what stamp? Sorry. That's the one I normally use. Field Notes. CMS 396. Yeah, I do. When I read, sometimes I see things back to front. I was never diagnosed with dyslexia, but I think I do have it a bit. I just see things around the wrong way sometimes. And I think when I get tired, I definitely, it comes to light. So yeah, I just stamped like that. So I didn't stamp up the specimen bit. Just down there though. And I quite like the way that line went actually. So I was quite pleased with that. And I just... a bit like that. Actually, I didn't do it on that. Only 5 minutes ago, look. And I take that off a bit. And then just stamped like that. So now I don't like that line. And I know I'm going to rub the paint away. Just dull that a bit. I don't mind the line there, the way that's worked, but I don't like this one so much. There's this one here. And all my paint will come off because it's not been sealed. As it's only watercolour. That's fine. And then, you know what I'll do. Get a bit of that out. Do a bit of touch up. There we go. See? Yeah, I was just sort of careful really how I done it. That one's done. And then just only press down in the middle like that, because it's hard not to actually pick up that stamp, if you know what I mean. That works. A little more. Well, the tab punch is one of those that I've had ages, and it's really funny because I saw Yvonne been using her whale punch, which of course we all want, and then she done some with similar tabs to that, and I thought, yeah, this worked brilliant with this. Okay, I think that's all of the, oh no, one more. They won't all go in the same journal, you see, so I just put them in my pot with sort of botanical or things like that, and then I just grab them when I do a botanical journal, which is most of the time, then I'll put one of them in, yeah. Then sometimes I'll give them away happy mail as well, and I send a few things out. Okay, so that's that. Right, what was my conclusion? Right, again, this was a 12 by 12 piece of paper, that scrapbooking paper that you wouldn't have used because you saw me cover them all up with household paint. So these were all done with, you know, it's household paint, which is great. I think I might go over with some glaze because, again, it is watercolor. Watercolor hasn't been, you know, and it hasn't been sealed. Okay, not that you don't need to do it with these. I loved how they worked out in the end. I actually felt, like I said, the background was going to be too bright, didn't like it. And then, so I created these to go on top, and I thought they would go underneath like they did on that one. But when I put them together, I saw them and it looked right. So I did draw around the outside of that one, and I looked at it and I thought, don't need it. I quite like it without. So it doesn't, you know, it didn't add anything, if you know what I mean. So I left it. So yeah, in the end, absolutely brilliant. Loved it. And then that's that's just coffee stained cards with the lighter one in the background. So they suited that. I mean, that one looks stunning. I really love that one. I think that one and that one, that's sort of my favourite, really. That's what I was a bit upset about, messing that one up, but that's all right. I think it's a shape I really like, and that one's quite nice. And then this one, I found the coffee stain in just a little bit too dark because it looks better with the lighter coffee stain in there, but it's all right. And then I like that one as well. Really vibrant in the background. It's good, but it's not really. Right, cool. just show you what I mean. So yeah, any of your vibrant backgrounds that you think, oh gosh, they're a bit bright, which I did, go behind something like that and rolls it down. Oh, that was another 12 by 12 done. Okay, only 18 to go. Yep. Right, yeah, and so I kept them quite simple because I just feel that, you know, let's this bit do the talking. You know, could always put a grommet here and a dangle at the top, later date. As far as I'm concerned, they're finished. Okay then, well, thank you very much for watching, and I'll speak to you later. Bye.